JT, man. What is it with y'all Sagittarius woman? So I'm here. I'm not even gonna say I don't really want to talk about it, but I didn't really want to talk about it for YouTube because, like it's just like for the insignificant drama where bitches is really not gonna do anything, like why waste my time on this, especially for YouTube? Like we could just key about it for Patreon or whatever. But since JT has announced that she is soon going to release a diss track towards Cardi B, I'm like, okay, let's talk about it. So in the battle between Nicki and Cardi, JT decides to jump in. Now, we did talk about during Cardi's first track and week, JT crashing out and going off about Cardi mentioning her in the song Magnet or dissing her in the song Magnet. So this is JT putting out that audio from Ice Spice and between Ice Spice's manager and Cardi. Now we'll talk about that in another video. But while Nicki and Cardi was going back and forth, here is JT posting shit. LOL, that bitch home ugly and mad, no celebration. I would have been breakdancing right now if I was number one, but she knows she lied. So once again, that's her responding to, I mentioned that in one of my previous videos where saying like if Cardi were to beat Nicki's numbers, then she would have been celebrating, right? Why is she not celebrating? Because that was the goal. So Hennessy, Cardi B's sister, starts tweeting and she's like, gremlin looking bitch dying for attention. That's why I curved your boyfriend 7 to 8 times and you know it. LMFAO. Who thinks that's true? JT says, how would I know that? I don't know y'all ran through assholes from nowhere, but getting y'all ass whooped. Your sister literally got dogged out for years in front of millions. Low self-esteem have an asshole. And if I look like a gremlin, the fuck you think of the face your sister brought? Ho, go sit down and go get your sister ready for Friday. Pussy. And y'all know JT voice. So I think JT ate down Hennessy right there because they have no gall to be calling anybody ugly because come on, like I think once again, Cardi B thinks too highly of herself because you got to think about what was your face looking like before you did that surgery. And I'm not even going to say what I was going to say because I want to keep kids out of it. But if you look at the kids, you'll see the resemblance. And that's absolutely no shade or no disrespect. But I don't feel like Cardi and anybody on her side needs to be coming for anybody's looks because the way Cardi look right now is still not better than all of these other girls, and that face was bought, all right? And that's me being unbiased, right? So don't set your sister up for to get dragged. It's already a lot going on or whatever, right? So then somebody quotes JT where she says, "How would I know that? Y'all some hoes, right?" So they said at least she knew not to call Hennessy ugly would have ruined anything credible she had to say. JT responds saying, bitch, you get paid for tweets. Get your dick sucking ass on. Nothing you tweet is credible, bitch. So then Tennessee goes on to tweet, hating jealous ass bitches. Aha. JT says, your sister been starting since Ken Barbie was breaking down those weak ass bars to players, prayer, hoe. Nobody jealous but your sister who promoted Rick in several songs because I put it on my ass. Delusional ass B. Just like a Spanish girl to think a black girl is a jealous bee, your sister gives baby fat jacket in the summertime to hide a pregnancy in Team Jordans. Jealous? Nah. So then Hennessy responds, damn, you watching the whole family? Because what about this tweet made you feel hit? Bitches been paying you dust, you fucking weirdo. I bet you do got a diss. That's why you've been picking at my sister for 2 years. Been dying for this moment. What y'all think about that? How can people pick on Miss Dangerous? I'm in a fit and hold tight treadmill. BRB. Why? Because you getting ran through? Is that I'm still getting money, I ain't running out. Once again, Barb stand down because y'all abandoned JT. So what y'all gonna do when she drop? Okay, who's side? Ooh. Oh my god. Okay, as I'm recording this, she tweets Cardi's face, and this is recently because Cardi B just performed at the Global Citizen Festival not even 72 hours ago. She has tweeted Cardi B's face. Girl, the Greblin in question date. What? 10/27/25? What you mean 10/27/25? Bitch, it's September. Wait, no, it is about to be October. Bruh, this shit is too fucking much. So let me just run my mouth, while we waiting for more tweets, I guess. Like, let me follow JT. Okay, so Hennessy says, this your fourth time bringing up race. Here you go trying to race bait. What is your obsession with race? You the same girl that got up here saying you don't like dark-skinned women and calling them crispy. Now you race baiting so you can get those same women on your side. I'm starting to think it's something you need to tell us. Is it because your man messing with a Dominican artist? That don't have nothing to do with me. So once again, Cardi B and anybody associated with her, they always claim to have everyone's tea. So do you think it's true that Lil Uzi is allegedly messing with a Dominican artist? I think on some one of my videos, the last time that I talked about JT, I do follow JT a lot. I do F with JT. And so like I do follow her Snapchat and she seems to never be with Uzi. Uzi seems to live in the studio and I'm sure that that kind of works for their relationship, but it does like make me question like when do they spend time together? You know, I don't know if he comes home at least for them to have sex or whatever, but it's just like I don't really see them out and about unless it's like either one of their birthdays or a big celebration or anything. You know, so not too much on that for real, but like as someone who has been following JT closely, it does make me think, all right? But at the end of the day, just like I would say to, you know, Nikki, I want to say the same to JT, which is girl, stop tweeting and get in the motherfucking booth. Okay, we know she got in the booth. How y'all feeling about JT? I honestly don't give a fuck about this beef between Cardi and JT. I wish bitches would really keep it in the music. Of course, I feel like JT is a better rapper. I'm feeling Cardi's album, as I've said repeatedly. So, child, I'm just here for good music at this point. But I'm so annoyed with the social media drama because, like I said, it's just like, yo, like, you know, like what's with these girls having to always tweet everything? Like, goddamn, like we heard you. And hold on, let me not do too much because, bitch, I ain't even talk about the Nicki Minaj of it all. So my thing is, and JT is getting dragged from, you know, different fans because it's just like, bro, like once again, you're jumping in this situation with Nicki Minaj and Cardi B going back and forth, and allegedly Nicki don't fuck with you anymore, right? Like that's what we know. That's the last time we really heard of you. And so it makes me think, especially with the I Spy stuff that we'll get into in another video. Like I said, do you guys think that JT and Nicki Minaj may have made up behind the scenes? I was just telling someone, like, don't be surprised if you see Nicki share JT's diss to Cardi when that shit drops or whatever. It would be smart if they did. I'm not saying it would be smart to link up because mad bitches link up, and I don't like that because both of these women, Nicki and JT, are strong enough to go at Cardi by themselves, right? And for JT, it would give her more standing in the game, I think, if she would just focus on her number one target, which is Cardi, not trying to be no lap job, not trying to be no lap dog, and not trying to attach on to what Nicki and Cardi got going on, right? Yeah, but my thing is JT looking a little wonky because people are saying like Nicki don't fuck with you, but you jumping into her beef. The bitch can handle it on her own. She is number one. Ain't nobody need to jump in for Nicki, and nobody needs to jump in for Cardi either. Hennessy kept her mouth shut. She should still keep her mouth shut. Everybody needs to keep their mouth shut and get in the motherfucking booth, bitch. And like I said in one of my other videos, I don't even know if it's out yet because child, it's too much going on. All I'm doing is sitting here recording and recording and recording. So I don't know which is gonna come out first. But at the end of the day, Cardi, you came out and you came out swinging on your album, which is like, okay, cool, but you gotta be prepared for the consequences of that. And bitches are coming out barking. Everybody is on your ass. Expect to be dissed by everybody, and you do not need to be crashing out on Twitter over that because this is what it means to be a rapper. This is what you wanted. You wanted the drama, right? So when JT drop her shit and Ice Spice drop they shit, I don't want to hear shit. I don't. So JT, come on, we need a project from you. City Cinderella was cute, but it's time to get up, and I'm sure she working. All right, but we need that. Okay, we definitely need that. Now let's check on some more tweets before we get out of here. So when Hennessy said this your fourth time bringing up race, she said, "Ho, shut up," and ask your sister why she started this whole thing calling me a lapdog over a damn feature and congratulating another artist on their first top 10. Jealous, entitled, fucked out asshole. You know, like that's the point. And when I said like everybody need to shut the fuck up, like Cardi should have never jumped in that calling JT a lapdog. But at the end of the day, right now it's looking like JT a lapdog because you have ample time to really go and fight back at Cardi, you know. But I don't really like anybody jumping in on what Nicki and Cardi got going on. I don't like it. I don't like it. So all right, so something just came through. I need to end this and go record something else. All right. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for being here. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and let me know how you feel in the comments. Whose side you rooting for, JT or Cardi B? We'll talk soon, okay? Peace.
It's your girl Vina Love, the Harlem Princess, your favorite princess, and this is Destiny Villa.
Period.